Okay, so this is an instructional video on how to complete out the first notice, which is in the process of demands. So this will be the conditional acceptance. As you can see here, it's a self-instructing document. So you can see everything you need to put in here. It tells you specifically what you're putting in. And it's highlighted in yellow, so you don't have to do the searching. Just look for the yellow bits and then fill them in. So as you can see, you've got, the to, so who it is you're sending it to. So that's the actual name of the living man or woman. Here would generally be how their job title is represented. So the name would be represented in all caps, or maybe part all caps, part title case. Just depends on where you find their name, if it's on the internet or any paperwork that you've been given where the individual is making a demand on you. Job title next. Now, if it's a police officer, the job title will be first, because that's the way that they're titled. The titled constable so-and-so. Business, if it's a business or government department, comes next. Street address, obviously town, city, state, postcode. Same thing with you here. The mailing date, the date you're sending it. Obviously then you've just got all the little yellow spots that you're going to fill in. As you can see, it's just very repetitious. So that's pretty much it right there. You can see it all. And then you go onto the signature page, and that's where we do the signing. So here, if you want to put the signature first, that's quite common. And then in this next section, you write the actual name. So this is your witnesses. And ideally, you're going to go first option, if it's available to you, is to have live witnesses do this for you. So here, obviously, you just sign your name, date it here, down here, it doesn't really matter. But I wouldn't stress too much whether you put the signature or your name first. Doesn't really matter. The main thing is you've got wedding signatures, and dates. So I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like pre-filled. Alrighty, so we're back in one moment. All right, back here we go. So you can see the names. Now you see here, this was in lowercase, but if you saw the name was written in uppercase or the last name in uppercase, you would just have it like that. So sometimes it could be first name, title case, last name, uppercase. Sometimes it could be all uppercase, like that. So it's totally up to how you find their name represented. So I've just used the City of Melbourne as an example, and the way they do the address, they've got another line here, and that's Melbourne Town Hall, and the address where it is Vic. Here, when you do your address, you always put the name of the state correctly. And some people like to put kill boxes, what they call kill boxes, in here. I don't stress about it too much, but some people get a bit, like really technical. So this takes it off the page when you do this. So I'm not getting too technical about that. It's up to you. I don't, because it's a lawful document, so it doesn't really matter about the legalese stuff. So yeah, the date you're sending it. Obviously, everything else, just follow yellow. Now I leave it yellow until I finish the document, before I'm about to print. So once that's all done, then I take the yellow highlights out. But this is just to make sure that all the yellow highlights are complete. As you can see, all of them are complete, right? And that they're correct, right? So, when it says I, it's the name of you, who it is that's sending it. So when I come back, I'll take the highlights out, and then you'll be able to see what it looks like properly. So we'll be right back. All right, so you see here, you have it all, the highlights are taken out. So now this document's good to print. So see, just scrolling through it now. See, there's a name there, no highlights. There's a CEO part. I'm going to take that gap back out. There we go. And this full stop here. And this needs to be a capital, actually. So I'll need to fix that. And there you go. So there's all the yellows out. So now it's just a matter of getting your witnesses, you to sign it, date it, and then getting your witnesses. And I'm going to come back with a version of that so you can see what it looks like complete. So here's the sign part. There's the name, signature, and then here's the witnesses. So in this particular occasion, it was names first, signatures next. Doesn't really matter. If you want to go signatures first, name next, it isn't going to matter that much, because the contract's on the office holders, the ones who are in service to the people, not on us. So what's most important is they actually got live wedding signatures if you can get them. That's the first option. And then the date. Now you can see the date is a lot earlier. Doesn't matter about the date it's signed. It's just got to be before or on the same day as the day you're sending it. So don't stress too much if the dates don't line up with the day you're sending it. This is just from a previous example I did on another instruction, so that's why I'm just using that one, so I didn't have to create extra content. With the dates, just make sure it's either on the day you're sending it or earlier, never after the day you're sending it, okay? So make sure you get your dates correct. And that's pretty much it. Document's good to go. All the rest of it's just evidence, so you don't have to do anything else. Just print the whole thing off. All right, that'll do it for this one.